The story of Nabal is a tale of foolishness, arrogance, and how a wise woman's intervention saved her household from destruction. It is found in *** 1 Samuel 25 ***, nestled within the broader narrative of King David's rise to power. The characters of this story, David, Nabal, and Nabal's wife Abigail, bring together themes of wisdom versus folly, humility versus pride, and how one's actions can bring life or death. Chapter 1. The context: David on the run. At this point in the biblical narrative, David had been anointed as the future king of Israel by the prophet Samuel, but Saul, the current king, was still on the throne. Saul's jealousy of David had driven him to repeatedly try to kill David, forcing David and his band of loyal men into the wilderness as fugitives. David was gathering strength, but his life was far from stable. His small army, which numbered about 600 men, depended on the goodwill of the people for food and supplies, as they were constantly on the move. During this time, David and his men often stayed in the wilderness of Mount near the lands owned by a wealthy man named Nabal Nabal, whose name means fool in Hebrew, lived in Carmel and was known for his immense wealth, particularly in livestock. He owned 3,000 sheep and 1,000 goats which made him one of the wealthiest men in the region. Nabal's wife Abigail was described as intelligent and beautiful, while Nabal himself was harsh, surly, and foolish, a stark contrast to his wife's sheep-shearing festival. The events of this story take place during the time of the sheep-shearing, a festive season for farmers and shepherds. Sheep-shearing was more than just a practical agricultural activity. It was a time of feasting and celebration, where a wealthy landowner like Nabal would have been expected to share his bounty with others, especially those who had helped him throughout the year. David and his men, while staying in the wilderness, had been near Nabal's shepherds and flocks for some time. Though David's men were capable warriors, they had acted honorably, protecting Nabal's shepherds and livestock from marauders and wild animals without ever taking anything for themselves. In the harsh and dangerous environment of the wilderness, this protection would have been invaluable, and it would have been customary for Nabal to express his gratitude to David and his men by sharing provisions with them during the feast. Chapter 3. David's request. Understanding the customs of the time, David decided to send a delegation of 10 young men to Nabal with a respectful request for provisions. David's message, recorded in **1 Samuel 25:6-8**, was polite and diplomatic. ***, long life to you, good health to you and your household, and good health to all that is yours. Now I hear that it is sheep-shearing time. When your shepherds were with us, we did not mistreat them, and the whole time they were at Carmel nothing of theirs was missing. Ask your own servants, and they will tell you. Therefore be favorable toward my men. Since we come at a festive time, please give your servants and your son David whatever you can find for them." David approached Nabal, not with demands, but with a humble request for a share of the abundance that Nabal was enjoying during the feast. David's reference to himself as Nabal's son showed a gesture of humility and respect, despite the fact that David was the future king of Israel. Chapter 4. Nabal's foolish response. However, Nabal's response to David's request was nothing short of insulting. Instead of David recognizing the service and the customary generosity expected during such times, Nabal reacted with contempt and arrogance. His words, recorded in ******, 1 Samuel 25 to 10:11 *****, reveal his foolishness and greed. Who is this David? Who is this son of Jesse? Many servants are breaking away from their masters these days. Why should I take my bread and water, and the meat I have slaughtered for my shearers, and give it to men coming from who knows where? Nabal's rhetorical questions were not born out of ignorance. He knew full well who David was, as David's fame had spread throughout Israel after his defeat of Goliath. Nabal's words were a deliberate insult. By referring to David as a mere servant breaking away from his master, Nabal was aligning himself with Saul's perspective, mocking David's legitimacy and the respect he commanded. Moreover, Nabal's selfishness was evident in his refusal to share even a portion of his wealth, despite the fact that David's protection had likely saved him from great loss. Chapter 5. David's anger. When David's men returned and delivered Nabal's insulting message, David's reaction was immediate and intense. Feeling deeply disrespected and angered by Nabal's ingratitude, David strapped on his sword and ordered his men to do the same. In *****, 1 Samuel 25 to 13 David and ****, 400 armed men ****, prepared to march on Nabal's household, leaving ****, 200 men **** behind to guard the supplies. David's intent was clear. He was going to kill every male in Nabal's household as retribution for the insult. While understandable given the customs of honor and hospitality in ancient Israel, reveals the intensity of his emotions. At this moment, David was on the brink of committing a great wrong, driven by his anger and wounded pride. His decision to take revenge into his own hands was contrary to the restraint and trust in God that he had shown in previous encounters with Saul. But in his anger, David lost sight of his usual dependence on God's justice. Chapter 6. Abigail's intervention. While Nabal was celebrating and feasting, one of his servants, who had witnessed the exchange between Nabal and David's men, realized the danger that Nabal's foolishness had brought upon the household. This servant went to Abigail, Nabal's wife, and told her what had happened. The servant praised David's men for their protection and expressed concern about the impending disaster, recognizing that Nabal's insults had gravely endangered them all. Abigail, who is described as intelligent and discerning, immediately understood the gravity of the situation. Without telling Nabal, she quickly took action. In ****, 1 Samuel 25 to 18 ****, we see her remarkable resourcefulness. Abigail acted quickly. She took 200 loaves of bread, 2 skins of wine, 5 dressed sheep, 5 seahs of roasted grain, 100 cakes of raisins, and 200 cakes of pressed figs, and loaded them on donkeys. Abigail's generosity stands in stark contrast to Nabal's greed. She gathered an abundance of provisions far more than David had requested and set out to meet David and his men. Riding on a donkey, she descended into a ravine where she met David on his way to exact vengeance on Nabal's household. When Abigail saw David, she immediately dismounted and bowed before him, an act of deep humility and respect. She then delivered a remarkable speech that not only saved her household, but also prevented David from committing a grievous sin. In her plea, recorded in **1 Samuel 25 to 24:2-31, Abigail skillfully addressed David's anger, acknowledged Nabal's foolishness, and appealed to David's conscience and faith in God. Please pay no attention, my lord, to that wicked man Nabal. He is just like his name. His name means fool, and folly goes with him. And as for me, your servant, I did not see the men my lord sent. Her words were so full of wisdom and grace that they moved David deeply. Chapter 7. David's change of heart. David, still on his way to destroy Nabal's household, was stopped in his tracks by Abigail's words. In **1 Samuel 25 to 32:33 David responded, "Praise be to the Lord, the God of Israel, who has sent you today to meet me. May you be blessed for your good judgment and for keeping me from bloodshed this day and from avenging myself with my own hands." David recognized that Abigail's intervention had been divinely orchestrated to prevent him from committing a great wrong. He thanked her for her wisdom and accepted the provisions she had brought. With his anger cool and his heart turned back to trusting God's justice, David called off the attack and sent Abigail home in peace. Abigail returned home to find her husband feasting like a king, completely unaware of how close he had come to destruction. Nabal.